Hello, in this video I'm going to be showing you 3 nutritious one-pot Asian-inspired meal prep recipes that you can make within 1 hour. They're also going to be budget-friendly with minimal equipment, minimal ingredients, and minimal time and effort required. My cooking skills are not that great, so if I can make these foods, then so can you. All 3 of these recipes employ the same and very simple cooking method. Basically, once you have all the ingredients, you just slice them all up and then put them in the pot to boil. As for the seasoning, you can basically add as much as you want and then taste it to see whether you like it or not.
It's delicious.
The first recipe I'll be introducing is Palo, which is a Thai braised egg and meat soup. You'll need the common ingredients as pictured below, as well as Palo powder, or alternatively bakute powder, which can be used as a replacement. The first step is to hard boil the eggs for about 10 minutes, and in the meantime you can prepare the rest of the ingredients. Wash your defrosted protein and add 1 tablespoon of spice powder and mix. Smash or chop the garlic and coriander stem, then slice the mushrooms and tofu. By this time, your eggs will probably be done, and so leave them in a bowl with cold water so that they're easy to peel. Heat up another pot of water, and once it is boiling, add your protein, garlic, and coriander. You should also add your seasoning at this point. While the protein is cooking, peel the eggs and add the rest of the ingredients. The soup should be left to simmer for longer, for example, half an hour, and the longer it is simmered, the better it tastes. I'm just going to add a side note about the ingredients. For the mushroom, the best type of mushroom is Chinese mushroom, which looks like this and has to be soaked in water before adding. However, any type of Asian looking mushroom that you can find in a Chinese supermarket should work well with the dish. As for the tofu, traditionally fried tofu is added, but any tofu found in your local supermarket is fine. And any type of tofu will taste okay in the soup, for example, fried, silken, hard, soft, etc. So I looked up the Tesco prices, and the total cost for this adds up to £11.50, which is approximately £2 per meal. This includes the cost of all the seasonings, and so assuming that you already have the seasonings, the cost reduces to about £1.25 per meal, which is approximately 10 times cheaper than the average meal eating out in the UK. I'm now going to introduce the second recipe, which is Japanese curry. This one requires the fewest ingredients and, in my opinion, is the hardest to mess up because you don't even have to measure out any seasoning, you just add the curry sauce packet. So the ingredients you will need are the ones which are shown here. Chicken or beef will also be usually sold diced, so keep a lookout for that. You may have to look for a curry sauce in the Chinese supermarket. So first start boiling a pot of water and then add your sliced protein. Then after it comes to boil, leave it to simmer on medium heat. In the meantime, you can peel and slice the carrots and potatoes and then add them to the pot. Fill your pot with water until it covers the vegetables. If you happen to have a pressure cooker or would be interested in investing in one, I would highly recommend, as this shortens the cooking time to about 5 minutes. You can also do the same to the onions, so peel, slice, and add them to the pot. After the vegetables are soft, you can add the curry mix and stir to dissolve the paste. When the curry mix is dissolved, simmer on low heat and stir for 5 minutes so that the sauce thickens. And that is it. How did you find it? Please translate. Okay. So we will now be moving on to our final recipe, which is kimchi soup. So you'll need the ingredients as shown here. The 2 things that may be difficult to find are kimchi and Korean red pepper paste, although I've actually seen it in my local supermarket before. The recipe also calls for spring onion, which I didn't have here. If you would like to add more vegetables as well, I would recommend ones which don't have a strong taste or color, such as Chinese cabbage, which I used, or bean sprouts. So firstly, you want to boil water and then add your protein, then simmer on medium heat after it comes to a boil. This recipe requires a protein source which has fat, so the easiest option is probably pork mince. You can then slice the onions and mushrooms thinly, mince the garlic, slice the tofu into large pieces, and chop any other vegetables that you might have. Then add everything except for the tofu to the pot, so all the vegetables, the kimchi, red pepper paste, and seasoning. After it boils, you can add the tofu and then leave it to simmer. Your food is now done. As for storage, you can store the meals that you've prepared in a covered glass container or Tupperware in the fridge or freezer. Those are all the 3 recipes that I included. Thank you so much for watching the video. I hope that you found it useful. Please let me know if you do test out any of the recipes and how you found them. If there are any suggestions that you have for any ways that I could improve or people watching this video could improve the recipe, then please make sure to leave a comment down below. I'm open to any suggestions or criticisms. If there are any like actually Japanese or Korean people watching this video, sorry for messing up your culture's food. Well, hopefully I didn't mess it up that much, but if I did, then my apologies. I still have like some other recipes which are like you can cook them in one pan or something like that. And subscribe if you would like to see more videos from me. Thank you.